In those years without electric lighting, and even more so without movies, television, the internet, and AI, there was a type of performing art widely beloved by people from all walks of life across the Eurasian continent. This art form combined visual arts, literature, and theater, using various languages and national characteristics to narrate and enact stories from different regions, greatly satisfying people's spiritual needs. Some even consider it the earliest form of cinema. Whether in rural areas, towns, or palaces, it always had a place, and people's fondness for it allowed it to transcend geographical boundaries and endure over time. This form of entertainment, which has been passed down on our land for thousands of years, is shadow puppetry. Shadow puppetry and shadow plays have been perpetuated in society through oral transmission and generational inheritance, flourishing throughout history. Shadow puppeteers typically undergo extensive learning and training to acquire the skills of carving shadow figures and performing shadow plays. Because it doesn't require a large cast of live performers, just a box containing a white cloth screen, a few candles, essential musical instruments, and the leather-made shadow puppets and scenes, it can be performed at various community celebrations, festivals, weddings, and other social and ceremonial events in cities, villages, and even remote areas. This cost-effective and easily transportable form of entertainment has been popular since ancient times. But how exactly did it originate and develop? And how did it spread across the Eurasian continent? These questions remain a mystery due to the passage of time. According to existing information, shadow puppetry was once popular in Asia and several regions and countries in Europe, including China, Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Indonesia, Malaysia, India, Afghanistan, Iran, Turkey, Egypt, Greece, Poland, Hungary, Russia, Italy, and many others. It can be said that it was once a fashionable and international form of entertainment. However, it is now gradually disappearing from people's lives and awareness, and we can only occasionally encounter it in some museums. Through extensive collection and research of historical data, as well as in-depth field studies in several countries, we have attempted to explore the origins of shadow puppetry around the world. It is evident that the origins and timelines of shadow puppetry in most countries are not clearly documented. However, by examining the development paths of history and religion, we can discern some clues indicating clear patterns of dissemination. Through religion. In Asian cultures, shadow puppetry has close connections with various religions and mythological stories. Its original functions likely included roles in shamanistic, Taoist, and Buddhist rituals, such as preaching, ancestor worship, and disaster prevention. Later, it expanded to include celebratory ceremonies and entertainment. Geographically, the shadow puppetry of India, Afghanistan, China, and some Southeast Asian countries focuses on promoting local religions, mythological stories, and ethical values. In contrast, shadow puppetry in Turkey and Greece often aims to critique and satirize contemporary social conditions and includes many philosophical fables. 2. Through commerce. Historically, as people traveled and engaged in trade, merchants, travelers, and immigrants introduced shadow puppetry to new regions, thereby promoting the spread of this art form across different areas and cultures. We know that ancient trade interactions occurred via land and sea, with the Silk Road being a significant commercial route between Europe and Asia. Consequently, countries like China, India, Afghanistan, Iran, and Turkey still show traces of shadow puppetry today. 3. Through war. Historical records indicate that when Genghis Khan expanded his empire by force, there were many shadow puppetry artists accompanying his army. These performers provided the soldiers with some human pleasures beyond the hardships of war. Human culture is always rich and diverse, and human civilization is a splendid tapestry formed by the fusion and evolution of multiple cultures. This wonderful art form of shadow puppetry transcends language, religion, culture, and national boundaries, conveying the shared emotions and wisdom of humanity. Here, I sincerely thank the shadow puppetry artists from various countries, as well as those who still passionately preserve and study this art today. It is because of you that ancient civilization maintains its enchanting appearance. In this episode, We will start with a brief overview of shadow puppetry from around the world. In the following episodes, I will endeavor to provide detailed introductions to the shadow puppetry of each country, including more extensive research data behind them, in the hope of offering both knowledge and entertainment. Of course, my personal research is limited, and I hope that more research institutions and individuals will communicate with me and share their resources. After all, as a heritage of human civilization, all researchers and shadow puppetry artists alike wish for it not to disappear from the eyes of the world. Lastly, I hope that more companions who love and study shadow puppetry will share their thoughts on this channel, collectively preserving this world cultural heritage. In the next episode, we will systematically discuss the history, genres, and artistic features of Chinese shadow puppetry. If you enjoy my show, please subscribe, like, and share. Your support is the driving force behind our continued progress. Thank you for watching, and feel free to leave your comment.